Let's go. Welcome, guys. We're going to be doing the 290th sports interview with my friend Randy. We're going to be doing this about baseball, the NBA Finals, the Knicks versus Spurs, and about the Knicks winning the championship, but also about the fans. And also, we're going to be discussing a lot about the Yankees, the Mets, the Phillies, the Astros, Dodgers. We're going to be talking all about baseball. And also, we're going to be talking about the big news about some of these big trades that happened with the NBA and about a possible trade that could be happening with the NFL and about the MLB expansion and also about Paul Goldschmidt that is doing great against fastballs and versus off speed and breaking for the Yanks and about just like everything about sports and about the World Cup and also about WWE and about his thoughts about Roman Reigns as the World Heavyweight Champion with Jacob Fatu and his bloodline, and about LA Knight and that drama, and also about Solo Sikoa possibly returning to the bloodline or no, and about the Street Profits becoming the new tag team champs, and also we're going to be talking about Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, and honestly about Logan Paul's podcast, and also, we're going to be talking about something that did actually happen with Randy Nation Zero with his job. He's going to explain that. And we're going to talk about his situation with his job too. And also, my honest opinion, I'm really happy about the Knicks winning the championship for the first time in 53 years. And I honestly didn't think they were going to win. I really didn't think that we were ever going to see a championship from the Knicks in my life or my brother-in-law's life. And also, like, just in general, me and him really didn't think we were going to see that. But we want to say congrats to the New York Knicks on becoming the NBA champs. And also, I just want to say this, as a New York fan, I'm very disappointed with the actions of the Knicks, so-called fans of the Knicks or just New York fans. I'm very disappointed with the way that you hurt those Spurs fans and when those Spurs fans attacked and really hurt that fan that was watching the game with his son. And I just want to say, as a New York fan, I was raised to respect others and respect their opinions, even though I may not agree with them. And my honest opinion, you just embarrassed all of New York fans, making them look bad. And also, I just want to say I'm really happy that Brunson, Hart, Towns, OG, Alvarado, and just all of them fought hard and just was able to win for the first time in 53 years. Congrats to them. And congrats to the Spurs on a really good season, surprising everyone by becoming one of the best teams again, because we hadn't seen that since 2014. But yeah, congrats to the Knicks on being the champs. And also, this is the 290th sports interview of Randy Nation Zero's career with the page, with Brandon's Baseball Blogs. And also, I do want to say this, the Yankees have been really good so far. They are back in first place, and they have been doing really good and struggling a little bit. Judge has a rib fracture. He will be out until August. And honestly, I do think when he comes back, he will dominate for the Yanks. And the Yankees have been doing really good, where they have Bellinger stepping up, Paul Goldschmidt is stepping up, Spencer Jones is stepping up, Jazz Chisholm is doing good, but Jazz, don't eat a lollipop during the game. That's embarrassing. Like, you can have it at the end of the game, but not during the game, because you could easily choke while going to get the out. And I just want to say the Yankees have been doing really good. I'm really happy about that. And the Dodgers have been really good this year. They're looking for their 50th win. They got beat by the Orioles, which was very surprising. And also, we did see the Mets have been horrible this year. I'm just going to say it. The Mets have been really awful this year. They have been awful. Like, damn. They're in last place. and they're just not doing good this year. It's like half the time they get a winning streak for like 5 or 4 games, and then they lose. And they are in last place. The Red Sox have been starting to heat up a little bit. They have over 30 wins. They're in last place still. And also, like, just it's very surprising that the Mets and Red Sox are just doing very terrible this year. I'm just surprised by that. And also, the Mariners have been really great. Kyle Riley just hit a home run for the first time since returning from the injured list. And the Mariners have been great. The Cubs have been so-so. They've been really hot. And then they just, boom, collapse. And my friend Randy Nation Zero is going to be talking all about these sports and about his job. My honest opinion, Randy Nation did the right thing by standing up for himself, but I'm going to let you guys hear it from him. And also, my honest opinion, WWE has been great with the new bloodline with Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob Fatu. That was really great that Fatu and Roman had those 2 matches against each other. It was great to see that, and then see Fatu acknowledge Roman. This honestly is really building to have another bloodline versus bloodline. Will Solo Sikoa rejoin Roman or no? And also, congrats to the Street Profits on becoming new tag team champs again. And Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, that's going to be a great match because I really can't wait to see that. And also, we're going to see whether or not Lesnar will cost Oba in the King of the Ring finals, or will Jey Uso win without Brock costing Oba the match? And will we get Jey Uso versus Cody for the Undisputed Championship, and also Cody versus Sammy versus Gunther in a triple threat match this Saturday at Night of Champions? And also, just in general, WWE has been really good so far. And here's my friend Randy Nation. What's
going on, guys?
So, Randy Nation, I know it's been a while since we did a regular sports interview because I've been dealing with a lot of crazy family stuff. First, I took that social media break for 2.5 weeks, and then I had the whole family thing with all the anniversaries and all these other kinds of crazy stuff, and all the birthdays and everything. Also, to shout out my friend Nick, who came up over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, that
today,
was cool.
Yeah, today was 12 years of when we became friends and everything.
Yeah.
And also, my uncle, my dad's brother-in-law, his birthday is this, the 25th, I think, or 24th, yeah. So, literally, happy birthday to Uncle Bruce. But, like, yeah, it's been a very long time since we did this.
Yeah, so it's good to be back, guys. So what's going on with me and my job? We'll start with that one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing with my job is that I posted another hit video on TikTok, which is now, it's about bad reviews of my job.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're on my iPad, so I gotta go to my page. So we are now on this video. So I'm gonna just pause this song because it's a very explicit song. So right now we are at 20.5K views.
Wow.
And now we're at 38 likes, 1 comment, 8 favorites, and then 8 reposts.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to explain?
So what happened was, a manager goes by Paris. That's all I'm going to say. Her name's Paris.
Mm-hmm.
She and I have been going at it for a few years on this.
Uh-huh. I understand that.
And it's been to the point where I've been hustling, trying to get money as possible I can, because I don't make much. I've been working there for 4 years, and then promoting a lot of other people in there that don't even stay there for that long.
True.
So now, I posted a 12-minute video of me in HR.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really good one. So
yeah,
you're gonna see a lot Nation Zero excuse me for that one. Randy Nation Zero using his First Amendment on a lot of things at work. So I asked for a paper that shows the rules of my position. They didn't want to show me that. So it's to that point was like, I'm like, F it,
Yeah.
So they're gonna talk to Pat, and I'm like, look, Pat, I can care less about what HR has to say. And I'm gonna say it this way: it's either you show me a paper of the rule of my position, or I'm gonna keep on doing what I gotta do, and you're not gonna write me up because I'm like more of an op for McDonald's right now because I have more sources that McDonald's doesn't even know. It's called make a review of McDonald's, and then the CEO will see it.
That's true.
So now this is what's gonna happen with me. I'm gonna make a review as me as an employee, and make a review of my own job. Won't even give me a description of a paper of my job description rules of my time limits.
Yeah.
They had to call HR. They had to have a freaking assistant manager 2, number 2, like the shit I took last night.
Wow.
It's the fact that they have a number 2 assistant manager come at me.
That's insane what they've been doing to you.
And then she had the nerve to say I didn't count occasion. I'm like, bullshit lie. I knew she did.
That's insane that they've been treating you like this. And how long have you been working there?
4 years. 4 years I've been dealing with this shit.
Wow. This is the first on Brandon's Baseball Blogs to hear from Randy Nation.
To get my schedule to be followed.
Wow. And this is the first time, like the first that Brandon Baseball Blogs is hearing this with Randy Nation. Wow. Just wow. And you want to explain what happened with HR?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They call HR, they take corporate side.
Wow. That's insane. And, like, what did you say and what did they say to you?
I'll play the video for everyone here.
Sure.
That they've heard.
Sure.
I'll play a little bit of it. To be honest. But press the wrong one. So we're gonna play the 12-minute one. I explained. I explained my ADHD.
So with me, I have ADHD, so I have to. They're just. There's certain times I say, if you need this, this, and this, I have no problem getting you the items you need. But when you're saying, I'm trying to check what the heck you need on the truck. So if you're not letting me do my job, it's like, how am I going to make this easy as possible for you? And how is this going to be easy possible with me if I'm arguing back and forth with you and this has been going on for years? And honestly, it's like this has been an ongoing thing. And honestly, it's not fair for me that every time when something doesn't go the way I need to get done, and then they're like, oh, go home. And then I'm like, you can go call Takesha, whatever. And I gave her that option. I gave her the simple option. Like, call Takesha. Call Takesha. Like, that's all I can say to her. I'm trying to say the most positive things I can say. I'm trying to do my job, and I said this. I'm trying to do my job, and I'm trying to go home. I don't want to stay here as long as possible I can. But it's like when you're doing it,
but in reality, I do.
Wow. And what did HR say to you?
Nothing but BS.
Wow. And you said you had another one?
Yeah, hold on. Alright, so the 4-minute one is really perfect because I love this one better because it shows.
I don't really argue. I just try to do my stuff and just get it done. It's like also it's like I have to bring all the parts out back, and then also I do.
I pressed the wrong thing. The heck? Bruh. Trying to make it louder.
It's on the side on the floor, so like they don't really say thank you for that one. Just me taking my time doing little extra things on the side, like whatever. One of the managers on Thursday, she always thanks me for emptying out the garbage and putting in the dumpster and everything. So that really makes me.
That's the funny part. They wrote an incident report because I burnt my middle finger and it's still healing.
Wow.
Huh. Because the Thursday manager asked me to grab napkins that fell in the fry hopper. I grabbed out on the sides that wouldn't break, and it fucking broke and disintegrated and splashed me.
Wow. I hope you're okay.
No pain at all.
Damn. Wow, that's insane about what's been happening with you and your job. Hopefully that gets settled. But, like, that's insane, and at least you stood up for yourself. And how does it feel to be talking about it on the page during the sports interview?
Honestly, dude, it's better off. And I can also do it on my page, too, because I have a lot of followers. I have a fan base on there, guys. So, honestly, I can care less what corporate has to say about me. Because that corporate don't care. They talk about growth. There's no growth. No promotion. Nothing.
So, now that we discussed all of that, so I want to know your thoughts about how the Yankees have been. They're in first. They've been doing really good this year. They lead in pitching and a lot of offense and some defense. Even though Judge is injured, they're still doing better. And they're struggling a little bit, but they're still doing pretty good. They have a 3-game losing streak right now, but they're winning right now 4-3. It looks like they're checking on Caballero because I think he just fouled a pitch off himself. They're just making sure if he's okay. But like your thoughts about like how the Yankees have been doing and about how the Mets surprisingly have been god awful this year, and about how the Dodgers have been really great this year, and about how the All-Star game is almost here, and also about how the Dodgers have been, the Yankees, the Phillies, Mariners, Cubs, and the Cardinals, and just and the Braves in general. Excuse me. Your thoughts?
I agree.
And what's your thought about because the Yankees have been doing good and they've struggled a little, but since Aaron Judge has been down with the rib fracture, but Judge is going to be out until August. Do you think the Yankees are doing the right thing by saying, Judge,
honestly,
be re-imaged in 4 to 6 weeks, and then we'll reevaluate to see if you're ready, and then we'll build you back up and everything?
Honestly, I agree. They're doing the right thing.
And your thoughts about the Mets so far this year?
Garbage.
That's true. And your thoughts about like how this is the 290th sports interview, and it's been 3 weeks since we did a sports interview because I took a 2.5 week from social media and then 3.5 weeks from the sports interviews, and then we returned to it with Nick making his debut yesterday.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. It was so cool.
Mm-hmm. And your thoughts about like how the Dodgers have been really good this year, and about the Mariners doing really good, and just like in general, like your thoughts about MLB this year.
Honestly, MLB is honestly the new teams are coming.
Mm-hmm.
The whole volcano one that they're gonna have a team there is kind of the most biggest mistake, and we've talked about this before with Will, and also Sparkles, and also Dylan. And we finally got to talk about Nick on his debut on your Instagram channel. So, honestly, the volcano one, I really don't agree is a smart idea, and the commissioner of the MLB to put it there is
Rob Manfred.
I feel like he should really reconsider that one because he's going to be putting players and fans in danger.
True. And plus, you don't know if the area is appropriate for it.
Exactly.
And what was your thoughts about the NBA playoffs?
Garbage.
And you got to meet my brother-in-law and everything, and
I was working that day, and I was like saying, and I said the freaking playoffs was shit.
And also, you and my brother-in-law met on FaceTime. Shout out to Tom. When you met my brother-in-law, when you said to him, you said congrats to him for finally seeing the Knicks win a championship for the first time in 53 years. And you got to admit, my brother-in-law was hilarious when he's like, hey, at least I got to see them win. I never thought I would. You thought my brother-in-law was very funny when he said that.
Was funny, but
my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I said your brother-in-law.
Oh,
your brother-in-law was funny, but honestly, it was scripted for the Spurs to win. The Knicks pulled the Brock Lesnar from WrestleMania 30. They pulled it for the playoffs. It was supposed to be the Knicks. It's supposed to be Cavs vs Spurs rematch. But you kind of got it wrong with the years with the last time the Spurs was in the NBA Finals.
I thought it was 2014.
No, it was 2013. They beat the Miami Heat.
Okay.
It was the 2013-2014 series.
Okay.
So the Heat won back-to-back. Oh, yeah, it was 2014. That was...
Yeah.
But they went back-to-back with the Heat, but the Heat won it in 2013, and then they beat the Heat in 2014. So.
Yeah. But your thoughts about, like how I called out the fans that think they're real fans of NBA, and that I called them out on it, and I said, you're embarrassing New York fans and making New York fans look very horrible when they're not. And how my family has done the same also.
Yeah.
But like your thoughts about like how there was history, which was Game 4. It was the largest comeback in NBA Finals history. No other NBA Finals had a larger comeback ever in NBA Finals history. Down 29 points, and they came back to win 107-106. Honestly, I was screaming my brain off when that happened.
Yeah.
And like your thoughts about like how like Knicks fans that were elderly and older and young finally get to see a championship, but also like your thoughts about me, Brandon's Baseball Blogs, finally like getting into sport, getting into NBA, even though I was never a big fan, but like just getting into it a lot more this year and last year.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's kind of messed up they did that.
I understand. And your thoughts about like how I was saying like how fans from who are younger, older, and elderly finally get to experience a championship, but also me finally getting into basketball, even though I was never a big fan of basketball, but I've been getting into it from last year. Because I'm only a fan of the playoffs sometimes. Like your thoughts about how fans did get to see a championship for the first time in their lives, but also me finally getting into NBA, even though I was never a big fan. Your thoughts on that, Randy?
I agree.
So, Randy Nation, I want to know your thoughts about the possible NFL trade you said you heard.
Oh, Giannis is going to get traded either to the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics.
I thought it was the NFL trade you said that could possibly happen.
So Eagles might get Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also be getting the Las Vegas player.
Ah. And your thoughts about how we're almost to the NFL season?
Kind of shocking.
And do you want to say that bet that you said on the interview with Nick and Will last night, where you said to Knicks fans, if they don't what? If the Knicks don't make it to back-to-back, something you said?
If the Knicks does not make it back-to-back, you're not seeing me ever in a Knicks hat. If they do, you'll see me in a Knicks hat for a week.
Wow. You heard it first from Randy Nation Zero. And I want to know your thoughts about how the WWE has been.
It's been alright.
And your thoughts about the whole new bloodline thing that they're doing. With Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob Fatu.
That's awesome. I love it so far.
What was your thought about the Roman and Jacob Fatu matches that we had?
They're pretty cool.
And did you really think Fatu was actually going to follow through and acknowledge Roman?
Pretty much no.
But like your thoughts about like how Jacob has been, and your thoughts about how Fatu attacked that actor who, after Roman gave him.
Oh yeah, his name is Eric Andre.
Yeah, your thoughts about that and reaction.
I was like, oh snap! I didn't watch it until the freaking whole thing.
Yeah. And your thoughts, just like in general, like your thoughts about how Roman gave Fatu his own Eula Fala. And do you think that Andre made that mistake by touching it? Because you're a big wrestling fan.
Honestly, I thought like him doing that, so I guess he gave him a custom Uafala, which is pretty cool. So
yeah.
So that's kind of cool because every bloodline member has their own Uafala.
That's true. Jimmy and Jay do. And do you think that Andre made the mistake by touching it? And your thoughts about how Roman told Jacob, don't do it, but then he's like, that's enough, get up there and do it. Like your thoughts, because you're the biggest fan that I've seen as a wrestling fan.
That was crazy.
Like, your thoughts about, do you think Andre made the right decision?
Yeah.
By messing with Fatu and touching the new one that Roman gave him? Or do you think he made a mistake by touching Fatu's new Ulafala? Because I want to know your thoughts. Like, do you think he made the mistake by touching it?
Actually, yeah.
You want to say anything to him?
Yeah, you're an idiot to do that.
And what do you have to say about how Roman first told Fatu, don't do it, but then he's like, get up there and jump on him? Like, your thoughts, how Roman was able to control him, and then he just told him, do it.
Yeah.
Like, what's your thought about...
I mean, Eric Andre is a funny guy, but he actually did something the funniest.
Yeah. And your thoughts about, like, how Roman and this Roman Fatu duo is now. And with Jimmy and Jay, how they're upset that Fatu's not allowed to listen to them. Your thoughts about that? And about Solo getting possibly back into it. Ready?
Honestly, like, Eric Andre is one of those funniest comedians. He does the things that he should not do. He kind of regrets it after.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, oh shit. What did I get myself into?
And then you were saying your reaction to how Roman was able to tell Fatu, don't do it, but then he's like, do it, and then he's like,
do it, yeah.
And he's like, do it.
I was like, oh, fuck. Eric Andre really messed up.
And your thoughts about how Roman's like, one more time.
I really was like, oh shit, he really fucked up.
And your thoughts about how this duo with Fatu and Roman, how Fatu,
love it so
far. And you love it. Your thoughts about Roman saying he doesn't have to listen to the Usos. He only listens to me. And how Jimmy and Jay are a little mad about that. Your thoughts?
Honestly, I think they shouldn't be mad. They wanted it to happen.
True. That's true. And what's your thoughts about the Street Profits coming back and now being a 4-time tag team champions? And they beat the Vision last night. Because I know you didn't want the Vision to be the champs anymore. Your thoughts?
Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy about it.
And your thoughts about Impulsive, the Logan Paul podcast, though. Even though you don't like Paul, but like his podcast, though.
His podcast is good, but I just don't like him in general.
Do you think he'll be eventually a world champion, though, in the future? But not now, but like in the future.
Honestly, maybe.
And what's your thought about Jey Uso versus Obafemi in the King of the Ring finals? That's this Saturday at Night of Champions. And your prediction for that. And this also Liv versus Io for the Queen of the Ring finals. And about, is the Judgment Day going to betray Liv or are they going to betray Raquel? And also this about Seth Rollins versus Braun.
Honestly, I think Raquel is going to turn on Liv. Honestly, but Liv will still win the Queen of the Ring.
And you think we're going to get Liv versus Rhea at SummerSlam?
I don't really think so because they dragged that shit for way too long.
So do you think Io is going to win?
Well, they're not going to, if they're going to combine the women's titles, then I think Liv's going to win.
Ah.
But that's not the thing for the Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring is for the crown and everything.
Mm-hmm. And they get to choose which champion to face at SummerSlam. Your predictions for Oba,
I feel like Liv will be double champion because Dom did it.
Wow. True. And your predictions for Jay versus Oba?
I really want Jay to win because then Jay could be main event Jey Uso and win the world title again.
Versus Cody.
Honestly, that would be cool. He wins the Undisputed title.
True. And your honest opinion, do you think Lesnar's going to get involved and cost Oba the match?
Pretty much, yeah.
And your thoughts about how Oba's been?
Honestly, I can see it.
Like, your thoughts about Oba's time with Raw and SmackDown lately? Like, your thoughts about how Oba's been?
Obviously, yeah.
Like, you hear me? Like, your thoughts about, like, how Oba's been on Raw and SmackDown.
Honestly, he is the next Brock Lesnar, but I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest.
Of Oba or Lesnar?
Oba. It's just, I'm not a big fan of Oba.
I understand.
They need to change his gimmick.
True. Do you think he needs to turn heel?
No, they just need to change that dumb, stupid walk he does, and it'll make him look better, more infinite in the ring.
True. And what's your thought that he's the first Nigerian wrestler?
It is what it is. I mean, we have a lot of wrestlers from different countries.
True. And your thoughts about Seth versus Braun Breaker?
About time.
And this in a steel cage this Saturday.
Saturday main event?
No. Night of Champions.
Damn.
It's whoever wins ends this rivalry. Because Braun won the one at Backlash. Then Seth won.
Damn.
And they're fine, and they cost Seth the King of the Ring finals. So, your thoughts about and predictions for Seth versus Braun?
Yeah.
Do you think Seth's gonna win or Braun?
Seth.
And I know you don't like Seth.
Fucking hate Braun too. I wish neither of them win. Then I'll be double happy. But I have to pick one. It's a deep hatred for Seth.
Okay. I understand that.
I wouldn't say in a mean way, like, I just don't like Seth like that.
I understand.
Don't get me wrong, he's very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like him.
I understand. Totally, I do. And your thoughts about the NFL being almost here?
I'm happy.
And your thoughts about this, about how, like, because this is the 290th sports interview for you, and I took 3 weeks from doing sports interviews, but also that 2-week social media break, though. Because of all the, just with the family anniversaries and everything else also.
Honestly, just say this about the NFL coming back. It's going to be a good season. Honestly, there's also a report about Geno Smith investigation.
Ah. Stay tuned to that, guys. And your thoughts about, like, how I took that social media break, but also that 3-week break from doing sports interviews, and that this is the 290th one for you. And also that it's the first one in 3 weeks that the sports interviews are finally back. Because of all the family anniversaries I've had. Your thoughts?
Honestly, it was really crazy that you did that, and also it was not the same without you on doing the sports interviews. And also, I think you kind of need it, but honestly, it didn't have to be 2 weeks. It could have been just a week.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. Totally. And also, your thoughts, just like in general, about how, just like how Triple H has ran WWE for a little bit, like your thoughts about that, but like just in general, like how WWE has been so far since WrestleMania this year. And also, some people on my page have asked, what is Randy Nation posting all about those, like, people were asking me, what were all those things that he posted about, like, messages and all those. Some people were asking me.
Fake ass friends.
And also, check out his page and everything. And also, it's surprising that the Red Sox have not been good this year. Like, your thoughts and reactions to that.
Red Sox are Red Sox. They suck ass.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. And your thoughts about how Nick's reaction to me trading for Kershaw, Taylor, Turner, Corey Seager, Freeman, all these others. Your thoughts about Nick's reaction to that.
He got mad, but honestly, it's just a game.
And
it's a video game.
Yeah. And your thoughts about me getting that Knicks hat and that Knicks champion shirt that I got today at Walmart.
Fuck you.
I understand that totally. I think Randy Nation did a really good job by standing up for himself against his boss and assistant boss, and when he spoke to HR, I think he did the right thing by standing up for himself. And just in general, I think he did the right thing by standing up for himself and telling HR that he has ADHD, and I respect him for that because I have ADHD also. And him just like talking about like how he's worked there for so many years, and about how like he's been able to stand up for himself, and just about just like the way he is as a person, and also about just like in general about how he has been a really good leader on TikTok and in the friend group and everything, and just in general. I think Randy Nation did the right thing. Guys, go check out his videos. He's going to be posting some more from his talks with HR and everything else. And check out his videos. When you guys asked me about why he was posting all those other stuff, go check out his posts, because in those videos he'll explain why he posted them. Go check them out. And also, I agree with what Randy Nation did, because literally his job should be treating him better, and he should be given a raise. Honestly, he should be given a raise. And that's my opinion. I think he should be given a raise for the long 4 years that he's worked there, and almost 5 this December. And I think Randy Nation did the right thing about that. And to get to the sports stuff, I think what Randy Nation said about how the Spurs were supposed to win, honestly, yes, I agree with him. The Spurs looked like they were supposed to win, and that it was supposed to be Spurs versus Cavaliers again, and that it was supposed to be those two teams. And honestly, I agree with him that they pulled a Brock Lesnar. And honestly, I agree with him. I think they did, because it was supposed to be Spurs versus Cavaliers. It was just shocking the heck out of everyone that the Knicks made the finals, and they were able to win in 5 games. Knicks in 5. And honestly, I agree, and I respect Randy Nation Zero for his thoughts about my brother-in-law, shout out to you, Tom, about the Knicks winning, and about how Randy Nation called out those fans from both the Knicks and Spurs, but also about like how I called them out, and everyone else that I know has called them out. And also, Yankees win 4-3. They take Game 2 against the Detroit Tigers. Let's go. Bellinger makes a good play. Jazz Chisholm hits a home run. And also, Austin Wells hits a home run. Let's go. Yankees win 4-3. And they look to take the series in Detroit tomorrow. Let's hope they win Game 3. And honestly, I agree with what Randy Nation said. Yankees have been doing great. They're going to be okay, even without Judge, while he recovers from that rib fracture. And honestly, I think Randy Nation is right. I am sorry that I got that little stutter, that I mispronounced his name by accident. But Randy Nation Zero is right that the Yankees will be all right, and that they're doing the right thing by letting Judge rest and heal, and then they'll reevaluate him and then bring him back. And honestly, they're doing the right thing. Yankees have been doing great this year. And I agree with him. The Mets are just dog crap. They are dog shit. They usually don't do this bad during the year. They usually only do bad during like the end of July, and August and September is when they usually choke and they don't do well. And my honest opinion, Randy Nation's right about that. And I agree with him. That actor, Andre, that basically messed with Fatu, I think he messed up big time when Roman's like, get him again. One more time, Jacob. And then how that duo between Roman and Fatu is honestly the best. I love it for WWE. Triple H has been doing great so far. And honestly, I'm happy for the Street Profits being the new tag team champs. I'm happy the Knicks won. And also, I would have loved to see Cavaliers versus Spurs too. But also, I'm just happy the Knicks won too. And honestly, that trade to the Eagles for that player, honestly, I could see it happening. I agree with what Randy Nation Zero said. And also, just like in general, I think what Randy Nation said about just in general, about the NBA, the NFL, and about the Stanley Cup Finals, honestly, I think he's right about everything. And how Randy Nation just talked about everything. He really addressed everything right, in the right way. And this will be live on TikTok, YouTube, everything. And honestly, guys, I think Randy Nation did the right thing. And we are almost to 300 with him. Let's get Randy Nation 0 to 300 sports interviews and everything on this page. And also, honestly, I agree with him. The Red Sox have been dog crap this year. The Mets, dog crap this year. And also, just baseball has been good. And honestly, Rob Manfred, do not build a stadium near Mount St. Helens. That's the worst idea ever. You're putting the fans and the players and their families in horrible safety. You're not doing the right thing. Change that. But putting a team in South Carolina, that's a good idea. Tennessee, good idea. Las Vegas, perfect. And honestly, baseball's been great. Football's been great with all the off-season moves and everything. The NBA has been great, and hockey has been good. WWE has been good. Here's Randy Nation for the final segment about Triple H a little bit, and just also about his thoughts about this being the 290th sports interview. So Randy Nation 0, I want to know your thoughts about, in general, about basically your thoughts about how Triple H has ran for a little bit so far right now since WrestleMania 42, and also your thoughts about how it's been and just how this is the 290th sports interview.
Honestly, Triple H has been running as the owner of WWE, but it's the fact that TKO is just not doing a lot for WWE, and I hate TKO.
I understand that totally. And your thoughts about how The Rock had a cancer scare.
Damn, he did?
Yeah. But thankfully, it was just inflammation. But he didn't even tell his wife because he didn't want her to worry. And he kept it on the down low. But just how it was a big scare for him.
Honestly, yeah.
And your thoughts about him talking about it and opening up to it.
Honestly, I'm glad he did because people wouldn't understand if he did or not.
Uh-huh. And do you think he did the right thing by not telling his wife at first until he got the results? Because he didn't want her to worry.
Yeah, I understand he didn't.
And your thoughts about this being the 290th sports interview?
Honestly, yeah.
About this being the 290th sports interview you've done with the page.
I love it. I love doing sports interviews with you, and it's fun to do it with you.
And your thoughts about the Yankees getting the win 4-3 tonight for the series against the Tigers, and now they have to win tomorrow to win the series.
Honestly, yeah, I can see it, but we'll find out.
And your thoughts about how the Yankees won 4-3 tonight?
Dang, congratulations, Yankees.
True. And your thoughts, just like how sports all sports have been so far.
Honestly, some has been good, some has been shit. But honestly, what we can do about it?
True. And this will be live on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and everything. And I do want to say thank you for joining and everything.
You're welcome.
And this will be live everywhere.
Like, subscribe, post a notification, tag the bell, and talk about more sports content, and comment down below what you want us to talk about next.
Mm-hmm.